Hey there, and welcome to our channel, where every day is an adventure waiting to be shared. I'm Amanda, and together with Dan and Aria, we explore, capture, and most importantly, enjoy every moment together. Join us on this incredible journey around the globe. In this week's episode, come with us as we embark on our full-time travel journey through Europe, beginning in Germany. We immerse ourselves in culture, food, and history immediately, and work through new logistics of living out of our suitcases. Then let the journey begin. Touching down in Frankfurt, we navigated our way through the airport, to the train, and into the city.
How do you feel? Oh, I just caught Aria falling out of the tree. What did we just have for lunch?
So we just had a late lunch / early dinner. We had breakfast and
With pommes frites, the chips,
it's gluten-free.
a quiche pizza,
Which was really interesting.
delicious,
I had a bite, so it's going to be a good test. Hopefully I'm all good with that one bite.
and a pretzel, delicious pretzel,
I didn't have that.
and a cider, which I'm still finishing, which is gross. And what was it?
Just why it's taking so long.
A wild berry.
Like Aperol spritz type.
It's like a liqueur called wildberry, Lillet's wildberry, and then they put like some lemonade with it. Yeah. And how are you feeling about Germany?
Has its moments.
I'm pretty content.
I'm happy. It's good.
It's just where our hotel is sucks.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it's just our hotel. I do recommend.
It's in the red light district /
Right near the
train
train station,
district.
which is why we did it. So it was like nice and close to the train to be able to get to and from the airport really easily.
But we literally saw a guy injecting drugs, a homeless guy injecting drugs.
Right there in front of us, and plus heaps of others sleeping
Piss
around,
everywhere, urine, people weighing,
and just like they're all
police.
sleeping amongst themselves, like. And
Police.
you can tell they're on ice, like because they're all off their faces. It's not a good area at all. So yeah.
If we were in a good area, it'd be totally different.
Oh, 100%. It was just a really bad first introduction, and I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, how long are we here? Like, get me out of here. And then we've walked down to the river, and it's been awesome. So, yeah.
First day in Frankfurt, we just wandered down the river and stumbled across a festival, beer, music. Jesus, like what best thing ever. You buy a beer or a cider and you pay like for the glass, like a €2 or something, and then you just go around, there's all these different stalls and you just buy one and they swap your glass over, and then when you finish, you give a little ticket, take it back, you get a refund of the glass. So good. And I feel like Australian market stalls, you need to lift your game. Check out this bad boy, the portable market stall. I think we're so lucky to be able to come here on a day. It's a Saturday, it's a warm Saturday, it's probably the first warm Saturday of the year. And the whole city has come out, and there's so much life, so much more than if we came through here on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday morning or something like that. With no festival, no people, like it'd be a totally different experience. We'll just look at the buildings and go, yep, they look like nice buildings, versus atmosphere. Atmosphere is what you get at the moment. It's great. Love it. Friedberg.
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 Frankfurt. We random caught a train to a random place because yesterday when we were on the train from the airport to Frankfurt, we met an Australian-German family with kids, and they invited us to come to their house. And
It's about half an hour out of Frankfurt by train. So
yeah,
just caught
right,
the train this morning, and we're going to hang out with them this day.
yeah, so it was really nice of them. We sort of saw most of Frankfurt that we wanted to see yesterday, and we're like, well, why not go and get some local kind of knowledge and see a small place nearby.
Yeah.
So how was the train?
Our kids are to play with for
Yeah. How was the train?
smooth,
It was very
comfortable,
expensive.
expensive. Almost, I think it's $60 Australian
Return
return.
for the two of us. Aria's free, 6 and up. 6 to 14 you have to pay for a child ticket.
Half price.
14 and up is adult ticket, and under 6 is
$60 for a half-hour train ride.
return.
Return.
Yeah. So
$30 each way.
yeah, which is $1 a minute.
Our car hire here, we hired a Mercedes E-Class wagon. We pick it up tomorrow. That's costing $42 a day Australian
Yeah.
for a car hire.
Yeah.
Like
For the whole day. Not just half an hour.
6 days.
Yeah. So yeah, people say the train is a really good way to get around Europe. I'm sure it is, but it seems rather expensive. So we'll see how it goes in between.
We were taken on a tour of the town to see how the locals live. We then made our way to the local community preschool and helped out in the garden at the Working Bee.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Germany.
Yeah.
We made it alive in one piece.
In pretty good state too.
Yeah. We've actually been here for a few days now. We just realised we forgot to do a
Bit of an intro.
intro to Germany. So we thought we'd sit down and tell you how the flight went and everything like that. So we got in. Flight was pretty good. Vietnam Airways have been good every time we've flown with them. Food was alright and timings were pretty good.
Yeah.
Overnight flights, I don't think we'll do them again.
It's a hard one. Like, we actually did pretty well adjusting, and
We ended up paying accommodation the night we left and accommodation the night we arrived, the morning we arrived, to have beds and stuff straight away.
yeah, so we could get
So we
to the
didn't, we
hotel.
didn't save any money by doing it. We just saved a bit of daytime, but we were wrecked. We were pretty wrecked. So
Yeah, so we arrived in at like 9 a.m. We came to the hotel thinking that we had booked for that night, and with a message saying any chance of an early check-in, blah, 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 which we pre-organised. They said, oh, actually, you booked for last night as well. We're like, oh, cool, so our room's ready. They're like,
Right.
yep. And so we actually came up, had some breakfast, and then we actually had a nap for an hour and a half, and then woke up, had showers, and sort of started our day then. So that was
it was about 11 o'clock midday.
Yeah, midday.
It was about midday when we left the
Yeah.
hotel.
So we kind of started our day at midday, and then pushed through until about 9 o'clock that night to try and change over. So it
That was
actually
hard.
worked out.
That was like 2 a.m. buddy. 9 o'clock at night here was like 2 a.m. Vietnam time.
Yeah. So it was a push.
It was a mission,
but
we got there.
But having that little nap kind of earlier in the morning to be able to push through a bit further meant that we weren't going to bed at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Can you take?
Aria's behaviour was atrocious before we had the nap. As soon as she gets a lack of sleep, she just becomes very
Yeah.
willful.
So for us to actually have a nice kind of day and not just be stuck in the apartment, everyone tired and cranky, it really worked out well. So it was hard, in the fact that we had that option to come and have the nap made the nighttime flight work well.
Yeah.
Rather than sitting on a plane for an entire day during the day trying to entertain Aria,
Yeah.
which might have been just as hard.
Alright, Hotel Concord in Frankfurt, which we booked near the train station. Don't book a hotel near the train station. Don't do it. We figured out, or found out, and were told since we got here that
When we got here.
not
Not
pretty
prior.
much every area near the main train station in cities in Europe is a whole
Yeah, they're not good areas.
red light in a bad way.
Yeah.
And we soon discovered that in this area.
Yeah.
I would never stay here again, ever.
Ever.
There was a guy, we were coming back to the hotel yesterday, and there were 3 African guys.
And it was only 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
And 2 of them were fighting, and then one of them like ran away and found a glass bottle and smashed it, and then went back and like tried to stab the other guy in the neck. That was outside our hotel.
Outside the hotel. We literally like were on that side of the road, crossed the road when we saw what was going on to wait it out. And then they sort of separated, like went one way and went the other, and we're like, okay, quick, let's go. And then we saw him grab the glass bottle, and we actually ran into the hotel because we felt so unsafe because they were right there. And we told the guy at the counter like what was going on.
He called the police,
and he just went no.
He's like,
there's no point. And we were just like,
please don't care.
And I explained to him that we ran and we were unsafe and all that, and that we're, you know, the customer here, and he's like, doesn't matter. Yeah. And we're like, right, okay. So our advice is do not stay near a train station area as much as it's convenient.
The main train station. Apparently
it's common. Yeah. And yeah, don't stay here either.
And don't stay at Hotel Concord.
Yeah.
It's a featureless concrete box.
Concrete box, yeah. So it did the job, but in saying that, because we felt unsafe going out, like I literally felt unsafe. I didn't even, across the road is a little tiny kind of supermarket, and I didn't even feel comfortable walking across the road to that. I just actually felt uncomfortable the whole time. And yeah, and unsafe. And then I felt like we were kind of cooped up in the room because I felt unsafe going out. So we were very lucky that we met the family that invited us out yesterday for the day. And so we didn't have to feel like we had to stay here in this area.
Out to Suburbia, it was really pleasant.
Yeah, really nice. All right, so what's next? So that's our 2 days done here in Frankfurt. We are off to the train station to then get a train to the airport to where we've got a car hire booked. We've booked a car for the next 6 weeks, I believe, roughly. And so we are doing a sort of southern loop of Germany with our own car, and going into some smaller towns and heading to Munich for a bit as well. So yeah, we're going to do a bit more of Germany, and we're really actually looking forward to having our own transport and some freedom of just going where we want to go when we want to go, and not really relying on other people or trains and things like that. Drivers. So drivers and all that sort of stuff after Vietnam. Let's go. We're in the car. So we're booked through Hertz because we've got a good deal.
Very good deal.
And Daniel booked a Mercedes.
No, we booked through trip.com.
Sorry?
Trip.com.
Trip.com, but it was through Hertz, the hire company. And Daniel booked a Mercedes. Wagon. Ended up with a Audi
wagon.
Diesel
Audi wagon. It's like a grandpa car.
Yeah. Not what he expected. He's rather disappointed. He wanted a fancy car.
Absolutely did.
So
that's going to affect my vision.
Yes. Anyway, so that was cool. There was a hidden fee of cross-border fee that we didn't know about. €40. And yeah, they didn't clean it. Basically, it's not clean on the outside. Like, it's clean on the inside and stuff, but there's like definitely like they literally hosed it and that's it. They didn't really clean it as such. We've done a video walk around of all the dings and things just to make sure we're covered if they try and say that something happened to us to it. And yeah, and we also brought our quad lock window mount.
Yeah, I can go up the other way.
So that we can have our phone for directions with us. Daniel's in Struggletown trying to get it to attach because the windscreen is very, very like
angled.
So yeah, that's what he's up to.
So anyway, it can go angled down. Is that right?
No, it's not. Let me help you.
Oh, that.
It's a bit fancy. What's going on?
Trying to change the language in an Audi.
In the head unit thing, yeah. And for GPS and stuff like that, it would be easier to have the 2 devices to help us, I think. And it was in German to start with, obviously, we're in Germany. And we were going to everything we could think of, but we couldn't actually click on anything to change it. Every time we saw the English thing, it was like blanked out. Anyway, so we used Google Translate, the image one, held it over the top to then like read what it was trying to tell us, and we had to start the car. And then magically, we're now in English. Our first stop is a baby shop to get a car seat because children under 12 years old and under 150 centimetres in Germany, and I think it's pretty much all of Europe, require a car seat. We did not bring ours with us because we did not want to lug it through Vietnam, and it's big and bulky and stuff like that. So we're going to try and find a smaller one that's a travel one that's still suitable and safe for Aria. So that is what we are doing. We've researched where to go, so we're going to baby one, but can't find it on the GPS, but we've got it on our phone. So
Glocken's homemade.
yeah, it might be a long process today. We'll see how we go.
Look at the car seat.
So it's a booster.
Now we're going to put it together.
It comes apart. How much was it?
€100, about 160 Australian.
Which is about the same for hiring for this period of time, like
Yeah,
for
it
a
was
car.
like 4 to 6 weeks of car hire through Hertz was the same as buying this.
Yeah, and we got another car hire like in another stint, so we'll just use it the whole time.
Yeah. Now let's figure out how to make this thing.
So crazy that it comes apart. Alrighty, we made a stop and at Johannisburg Palace. It's very impressive. Very, very impressive.
What a gorgeous country. This is just stunning. I think we came here at the right time of year, like spring coming into summer. It's just
It's so green.
green as green can be, and like
Natural.
beautiful, clean. We're in a nice Audi,
Nice.
and like, road tripping through Germany in an Audi. Really, really, really loving the little towns.
Pretty cute, aren't they?
Loving the forests, the
And
environment.
we put the windows down just before and we could hear like birds whistling.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Welcome.
All right, do you know where we are? What was
Yeah.
the town?
So long winter house.
Winterhausen.
Winter house. Which means winter house.
Yeah, so there's two suburbs, villages here. One's called Sommerhausen, one is Winterhausen. We've just got an Airbnb for 2 nights here in Winterhausen. It is near Würzburg. How's my pronunciation going? Katrin, if you watch this, please don't judge. And it's just an Airbnb, 2 nights, and it's really, really nice. It's really, you know what? It's really what we like want to experience, though, and what it feels like to live here. Tiny little street. I'll show you that in a minute, and I'll show you around really quick. It's got a kitchen, a washing machine, oven, top, don't mind the groceries, everything we need, little fridge in here, and little table, everything we need in here, pots, pans, cutlery, all that. This is room number 1.
Yeah.
With
And some chocolate on the bed.
yeah, little walking chocolate, little bathroom here, gorgeous little bathroom. Look at the detail. It's amazing. And so we come through here, little sitting area. Be nice. And this way, lounge,
Table.
TV, and second bedroom. Oh, he has claimed this one. Look how big this bed is. Amazing. And then another bathroom. 2 bathrooms. Yeah, really good. Really good. A little bit of modern touch with the table, and then some classic as well, which is really cool. Now, the owners of the Airbnb, her father, just happened to drive past, and or maybe she asked him to pop by. And he was like, "Oh, I'm her father. I can talk to you." He spoke to me in German. I was like, "I'm really sorry, English." And he goes, "Oh, no worries." And then he changed, and he's like, "I can show you around really quickly if you like." And then he's actually just taken Daniel to where the parking is, because we do have our car. We needed to make sure when we booked places that parking was available. So he's just shown that. And he told us that this place is 500 years old. That is like mind-blowing. Australia is like 150 years old maybe, like as a country, before settlement. If I think back, 1901 was like, the whole kind of start of Australia as a federated country, and obviously there's buildings before that, but yeah, it's really weird to think 500 years old. But look at this ceiling. I'll show you the ceiling. Apparently, like, the owner, Marsha, she like literally not renovated, but restored this whole place, including painting and the ceiling. I'll show you the ceiling because it's incredible. But yeah, here you go. So we did a stop at Aldi on the way through. A little bit disappointed the range isn't as good as Australian Aldi, which we thought was a bit odd. It actually also did not have any gluten-free that I could find whatsoever. So we ended up at a different place. Can't remember what that's called, which was like shared the same car park, and I just ducked in to see if they had it. It looked more like a Big W Kmart sort of style. It's got a bit of everything, and it had food products as well, and actually had a full range of gluten-free. So I grabbed a couple of gluten-free things there before we came here. But we are looking forward to cooking our own dinner. We do have some steak and veg for dinner planned, and yeah, and feeling a little bit more at home. How much was it, Daniel?
It was 360 Australian for 2 nights, 2-bedroom apartment in a cute little village.
Yeah.
We sent the drone up for a view of the village from above before heading for a walk to check it out for ourselves.
Good morning from Oschenfurt. Oschenfurt.
a small village that was about a 10-minute drive from...
Called a town, village.
Town.
We're staying in the village, this is the town.
Okay, there's a difference. 10 minutes from where we are staying, and Daniel just decided that's where we wanted to go and explore today. So we're just going for a wander.
I needed a coffee, didn't I?
Daniel needed a coffee. He also made the first stop at bakery, even though we had croissants and pretzels and apple turnover for breakfast. He still stopped and got more things in the bakery. But yeah, anyway, we went to the info centre, got a little brochure with actually the walking tour thing through here, so we're just guiding ourselves around and having a look at some old buildings and reading about them. And yeah, they are old.
Wow.
Old.
Found the town well.
The town well. Should also make a point that our typical European weather, yesterday was 27, sunny, and we were in dresses and shorts and shirts and warm and sunny and happy. And today it's jeans and jumpers and clouds that keep coming and going. And 1 minute we're hot, and now jumpers and jeans, and next minute we're cold. Putting them back on again.
It is bang on Tassie weather.
It's Tassie weather, yeah, absolutely. I'm still in thongs though, so it hasn't got quite cold enough that I need enclosed shoes yet. Which is good because I've got a very sore foot.
Like it's shoulder season, like spring, autumn.
Yeah, so
It's
it's the up and
Tassie,
down.
New Zealand, same climate.
Yeah. But yeah, anywho,
It's really pretty.
it's really pretty.
Nailed burgers. Look at this. Prosciutto, beef, herb and garlic sauce, and rocket and tomato.
I was going to say, I can't see any green on there.
Oh, I forgot the rocket. And roast potatoes.
Mine looks better. Mine's got green and red on there. Beetroot, prosciutto,
And look at
herby
mine.
cheese, tomato. Yep. So, what's it like cooking again?
Yeah, we're really relishing after like 5 weeks of not cooking, it's really nice to just cook again for yourself. As weird as that sounds, like normally it's a chore, but after 5 weeks of like having to go to restaurants and pick a restaurant every day,
And then-
twice a day.
You have to pick a restaurant, and then you also have to pick what you have off the menu.
Yeah.
So like,
And then hope it's good.
and then hope it's good. Yeah. Whereas like, if we were like, what should we have? Let's have burgers. So last night Daniel cooked steaks with roast potatoes as well, and asparagus and a bit of rocket. So so we are already staying here for 2 nights. So we did like go to the shops. We went to Aldi yesterday, and today we went to Rue. Got enough stuff and now that we have a car, we've got like a really big bag that we bought at Aldi that our sort of dry goods and shopping will go between the places, because we're only doing like an hour or 2 drive in between. So we're able to take a loaf of bread and some milk and stuff between places for maybe 4 or 5 nights, and then we can go to the next shop and do it again. So because we have a car for like 6 weeks, we should be able to do that along the way and cook for ourselves again and eat out occasionally when we feel like it. It's kind of a bit more normal life stuff. And much, much cheaper. We cannot afford to eat out every day in Europe. Vietnam, not so much. It's okay, but Europe, no. Anyway, I'm going to eat now.
On the bottom.
Coming up next episode, we continue our road trip, embarking on an unforgettable journey along Germany's romantic road. Starting in Bag Mergentheim, visiting the town and wild park, we then traverse the cobblestone streets and ancient city walls of Rothenburg and marvel at the majestic Harburg Castle. Subscribe now so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.